Many people have been speculating since the release of Star Wars The Force Awakens as to who Rey's parents could be. We've heard it could be Han and Leia, Luke, Obi-Wan, even the Emperor. With Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker hitting cinemas in December, I'm going to go through what we know so far to present my theory to who I think Rey's parents could be. So, no spoilers, unless of course my theories are correct. The Rise of Skywalker's writer and director J.J. Abrams has gone on record saying that the film will answer as many questions as possible, not just from this sequel trilogy, but across all 9 movies. This is the entire saga, from The Phantom Menace all the way through to The Rise of Skywalker. This is a story about a family that is also known as the Skywalker Saga. So to get some ideas of how the saga may wrap up, I think we need to go back to Episode 1 and to the time we met the very first Skywalker of the saga, Anakin. When Qui-Gon Jinn asked Anakin's mother Shmi as to where his father is, she says, "There is no father. I carried him, I gave birth, I raised him. I can't explain what happened." Although many fans believe this is to be the work of Sheev Palpatine, how could a Sith do this? Why would he choose Shmi Skywalker? I believe this was the work of the Force itself. Not Sith, not Jedi, but the Force. Since The Phantom Menace, the term Midichlorians has not been uttered in any of the subsequent films. This could partly be explained by the fact that George Lucas didn't have the idea during the original trilogy, or that due to the mixed reception of Episode 1, he decided not to pursue this area in Episodes 2 or 3. As a result, it hasn't been addressed in the films since. Midichlorians are microscopic life forms that live inside all living things. When possessed in large numbers, they can allow the host to demonstrate impressive acts in the Force. I think it is highly likely that this will be explained in Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker, and be the very explanation to how Rey was conceived and is able to possess such impressive abilities despite not being trained. So if the Force is responsible for creating Rey, who gave birth to her? I think that this should be Leia. In the novel Aftermath, published in 2017, it explains that Han and Leia separated around the time that Leia was pregnant with their son Ben Solo. It is possible that shortly after Ben Solo left home to start training at the Jedi Temple with Luke, that Leia conceived Rey through the Force and gave birth to her under a different name. Then, when Ben Solo turned against Luke and became Kylo Ren, Leia sent her daughter into hiding, very much like she and her brother Luke were at the end of Revenge of the Sith. This way, Rey wouldn't be harmed or even turned to the dark side by her half-brother. This would also explain how Rey and Kylo Ren share a strange bond through the Force. They are connected because they are related. Although Carrie Fisher sadly died before filming any footage for The Rise of Skywalker, I think her parentage could be explained in the film by C-3PO. To find out how, click on my C-3PO film at the end. Unless, of course, some of the unused footage Carrie Fisher shot for The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi has her explaining this. Could we even hear her utter the line, "I am your mother"? Now that would be a great Star Wars moment. If The Rise of Skywalker is truly going to conclude the Skywalker Saga, then it's only right that a Skywalker is the main protagonist of this sequel trilogy too. Once completed, I think each trilogy will follow the story of a Skywalker generation, from father to son to granddaughter. Even George Lucas's original treatment for the sequel trilogy followed the grandchildren of Darth Vader. This would set up a very different brother and sister dynamic to the one in the original trilogy. Let's not forget that Kylo Ren is a Solo, and after his treatment of his father in The Force Awakens, it would seem a little harsh that in this film he denounces his name too to become Ben Skywalker. J.J. Abrams has said that the clues across all 8 previous films are there. There are certainly many similarities with the young Anakin and Rey. He also had no father, was a junk trader, possessed strong abilities in the Force, and grew up on a desert planet. It was he who Qui-Gon thought would bring balance to the Force, and although we all thought that Luke Skywalker had achieved this at the end of Return of the Jedi, it will be Rey who will truly achieve this in The Rise of Skywalker. We'll find out what the real conclusion of the saga will be in December. If you like this video, then please click like, subscribe, or just view my other theories on what the title Rise of Skywalker really means, why C-3PO has red eyes, and if Kylo Ren is redeemable. Thank you for watching.